What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to another one of my videos. This is Chef Michelle of Life Plus 8. In today's video, I am going to be preparing a chicken lime salad for those in need, guys. As y'all know, in a lot of my videos, I prepare foods for those in need, and so that's what we're going to do. And while I'm preparing these foods, guys, I'm going to be chit-chatting with you guys just about life, all right? And so, as you guys can see, I have the dressings, the Caesar and the Italian, as well as some freshly chopped and very squeaky clean lettuce, guys. I cleaned this lettuce like 4 or 5 times, guys, and I drained it as well. One thing I don't like is a salad that's like watery, guys. So yeah, I made sure I drained this salad really well. And so I'm just pretty much starting to package the lettuce up in the containers and things like that. So like I say, while I'm preparing these salads, I wanted to touch base on a subject that people, they do talk about it, but they don't talk about it a lot. As you guys know, I am a mom of 8, and the age range from age 21, and the youngest is age 4. And so basically, if y'all calculate, I got 5 teenagers, well, 4 teenagers. My 21-year-old's, he's a grown man. And so then I have a 19-year-old, an 18-year-old, 17 and 14-year-old. So actually that's 4 teenagers. Sorry about that. I have too many kids. Anyway, guys, so as a single mom, things could be quite tough. But when I think about things, life could be tough even if you're not a single parent. And so, yeah, here I have those grapes, tomatoes that we're going to be added to the salad as well. But yes, life could be tough even if you have help. I've witnessed 2-parent household that has difficulty with their children. A lot of people always say, single moms have it the worst. And I realize that's not true at all. Like, we all have it, our times, especially when you're dealing with teenagers. But it could be quite difficult at that time. And I won't lie to you guys, because this is my page that, where I share my life, and I won't lie to you guys about having difficult times with my teenagers. If I had perfect kids, guys, I think something would be wrong. I think I'd be worried. But yeah, I have difficulty with my teenagers just as well as anybody else, and the way that I really deal with situations like that, guys, I pray about things. I'm so glad that I have a relationship with God, because if I didn't have a relationship with God, when I tell y'all, I don't even know where I would be, but I know I wouldn't be in a good place. But I pray about things, when my teenagers are acting out. And the thing that I realized, this is something my mom told me when I was having my kids back to back to back. She said, one thing you're going to experience is your kids are all going to grow up together, because they're so close in age. And she say, whatever you go through, it's like you're going to be going through it with all of your kids at the same time. And at the time, I didn't really understand what she was talking about. But now that, of course, all my kids are growing together, I get it. It's like my teenagers now, they're teenaging. The teenagers are teenaging. Okay? And, yeah, it's like, it's not too good right now, but like I say, thank God I have a relationship with God, and I could depend on the Lord to pull me through the situations that I go through with my teenagers. But yes, my mom was like, you're going to be going through whatever you're going through at the same time with all your kids. I hope that sounded right. But it's like my teenagers, when they act out, it seemed like all of them act out at the same time. When the fact that the puberty thing, they all go through puberty at the same time, and when I look at it, I'm like, I guess God, God knows what he's doing, and God don't put too much on you that you can't handle. I know y'all know that old saying. And, it's a lot of times I feel like, I'm just going to give up. I'm not gonna, I can't do this anymore. It's been a gazillion of times I felt that way. But again, when I drop to my knees and I, pray to the Lord, deeply pray to the Lord, he always bring me out, through any and every situation. That's just like, I was at the hospital this past weekend, guys, because I was worried about my health. And, this ain't the first time I've been, paranoid about my health for whatever reasons, guys. But I was paranoid again, so I took myself to the hospital. I ended up staying there for like 16, 17 hours. Y'all know the wait times at hospitals is out of control. I don't know what will happen if there's actually a situation where hospitals need to open their doors to hundreds of people, because opening their doors to just like, the basic number of people, they're having such difficulties. But I waited 16, 17 hours just to find out that I had heartburn, guys. And it just reminded me, you don't need to worry. Like, the Lord tells me all the time, pray about everything, worry about nothing. And so that was just a huge reminder. Sitting in the hospital for 16, 17 hours to find out that I had heartburn. And before I went into the hospital, I was thinking all type of things. I was like, maybe it's the kids stressing me out, and so, yeah, but God always look out for the ones that he loved the most. And I know the Lord loves me. I know he cares for me. He's never going to leave me or forsake me. He's the only true living God. I can only depend on him. I can't depend on man. And as I get older and older, guys, aging with grace, aging, and it makes me understand that I can only depend on God. You can't depend on man. You can't even depend on your kids, guys. I won't even lie. You can't depend on nobody. You don't put your hope in the people of this world. All your hope goes to the Lord. You hope with the Lord, guys. And that's what I've been doing. But yeah, like I said, if you guys follow me, you already know that I am a single mother, and by choice. And I don't know if I've fully told my story on why I'm single by choice, but if I didn't, I'll eventually get around to it. But single by choice, guys, little bit of a force there as well, but single by choice. And, I'm happy about that. It's just that, I definitely need the Lord here with me while I raise my kids. And that's what he's doing for me, guys. But, the things that you go through with teenagers, like some people go through situations where their kids aren't listening. And that's the one thing that I could say. That's the one problem that I am having with my kids, guys. And it's basically 3 of my teenagers. Now, my 14-year-old, he's pretty good. Thanks to the Lord, I pray that he stay that way. But my 19, 18, and 17, well, I think he's 16. Yeah, he's 16, guys. So my 18, 19, 16-year-old, it's mostly just not listening, guys. And so when I think about it, I'm like, thank God I don't have kids that are like out and about, on the streets, gang banging, drinking, smoking, and all them things. Thank God they're not doing anything like that. I pray to God every day, and I thank God that they're not on those levels, but it's mostly the not listening and thinking that they know everything and thinking that I know nothing and I can't tell them anything and things like that. And the mouthpiece, talking back. Those are the things that I deal with. I got friends, they be like, well, my daughter, I haven't seen her in like a month. She's sexually active and she's out in, I don't even know where she is. And, my heart always go out to any mother, any father who, when I hear that, my heart always goes out. And, I always look at it like this. Your situation that you worried about and you thinking that you're going through something, somebody out there going through 3 times worse the situation and what you're going through, and so like I say, I thank God every day that they're not on that level. They're not out there doing things like that. But it is like, the mouthpiece and not listening, it still to me caused the same amount of stress. You know what I'm saying? People be like, girl, you should be thankful. I am thankful, but it still brings the same amount of stress when your kids don't listen, they don't want to follow rules, and things like that. I just, I can't, I feel like I can't deal with it, but I know I can because I've been going this long dealing with it, and the Lord always pulled me through. But if there's any other parents out there that, having difficulties with their teenagers, put in the comments below. Let me know what y'all going through and what do y'all do to deal with those type of situations. To be honest, I'm going to tell y'all what I do. It was at one point where when I did talk to my kids, I would give them I would take things from them, for example, like when they were 12, 13 years old, they would do things and I would take their electronics, their phones, take something away from them that they love. That's what people tell you to do, right? And that would work. But it just seemed like as they got older, they developed their own mind. They don't want to listen, and taking things away really doesn't matter. So, I did that for a long time. So then the next thing I did, I told my kids, I said, you know what? If y'all don't want to listen, y'all don't want to follow my rules, y'all think y'all know everything, then I'm going to stop buying the materialistic things that y'all desire. Clothes and shoes and things like that. Yeah, I have to buy clothes and shoes for them, but and that's my responsibility. But at the same time, I told my kids, if y'all don't want to listen, then guess what? I'm not going to be doing it. So starting from my 19-year-old, I stopped buying things for him, I would say, when he was about 15 years old, because that's when he started to really develop a mouthpiece, not wanting to listen, thinking he knows everything. And like I told him, if you don't want to listen to me, then, hey, I'm not buying the things that you want. So, his thing was he'll figure out how to get it on his own. So basically, that's what he's been doing since he was 15 years old. If he wants certain things, he figure it out on his own. Now, that's not to say that I don't buy nothing at all, because I still do for him. He don't 100% take care of himself. He doesn't. Even though he'll tell people, my mom, she don't do nothing for me, but that's just him trying to boast himself, and it's not true. I still do things. For example, I buy food. I bring food into the house. I prepare food. I cook food. I bring necessities in the house. I, body wash and all them things that everyone in the house need. When he don't have it, or when he run out of the stuff that he have, he definitely come use my things. And one thing I noticed about my son is that he's selfish, for sure. He'll have things, he'll have food, he'll have snacks, he'll have those necessities, toothpaste, toothbrush, and all them things, but he'll still use my things. And I tell him all the time, listen, you said that you decided not to follow my rules and to be rebellious, and I told you that I'm not going to do certain things for you, but it doesn't mean you be selfish to use my things when you got those things, so that's another thing that I deal with. And so it's crazy, guys, but it is what it is. When it comes to my 16-year-old, I deal with him basically wanting to be out with his friends and things like that. And sometimes he's gone for 2 or 3 days, but he does tell me where he is. He recently just started telling me where he is, and he gave me the address to the friend's house that he live at. If I said live at, and I was about to switch it up and say he don't live there, but trust me, it feels like he lived there because he's hardly not home. And so, I never condone any of my kids to stay out at people's houses. I've never allowed that. I never liked it. You know what I'm saying? I just always have had an issue with my kids spending the night at other people's houses. And I guess now that he feel like he's growing and, excuse me, guys, feel like he's older, that now he can make his own rules. But even with him, my 16-year-old, I told him, since you want to go to your friend's house and stay gone for 4 or 5 days, you don't want to follow my rules, then I'm going to stop buying things for you. I used to buy his basketball shoes. I used to give him little money here and there if he asked for it. And so I stopped doing them things. And so because I put my foot down with my kids, they develop what I believe is a hatred towards me. They, feel like, oh, you're not being a mom, because they've told me, oh, you're not being a mom. Listen, I am being a mom because I'm putting my foot down and I'm not allowing my kids to run over me. If you're not going to listen is one thing, but what I'm going to do to show them that I have some type of authority, excuse me, guys, those are the things that I do. So that's why I was like, guys, leave in the comments below what you do to your teenagers when they don't listen, because those are some of the things that I did when they were younger. Like I said, I took things away from them and it was working, but as they got older, it seemed like, those things stopped working. And one thing with me, I'm not finna stress myself out over nobody, not even my children. I'm not gonna allow nobody to stress me out. If I feel like you're not listening, you're just not gonna listen. If I feel like you're being rebellious, just like I tell my kids, biblically, religiously, not religiously, but biblically, God does not like rebellious children. And I tell my kids all the time, y'all being rebellious, if you fear God the way you were taught to fear God, then you know that you're wrong. So at the end of the day, guys, that's just my little rant about, what I go through with my teenagers. It's not a cup of tea. I have my good days and bad days with them, and so, like I say, y'all leave in the comments below what y'all think about this particular topic, with teenagers and things like that. Let me know what y'all go through and what y'all do to deal with situations like that. And I really appreciate y'all listening to me. So getting back into this video, it's pretty much almost the end of this video. I've, as if y'all were watching, guys, I pretty much packaged up all this salad, and it's a chicken lime salad. What made it lime, guys, is the chicken that I put on top of the salad, guys, because y'all probably like, well, what's chicken lime about it? So that chicken has special seasonings that I mixed up, Mexican seasoning with lime, and it was really, like, it had a really nice citrus taste to it. And so, yeah, that's what's lime. That's what made it chicken lime. And so, as y'all can see, I'm now just adding the salad dressings. I made up 2 different kinds just in case people didn't want just the Italian. I have the Caesar as well. And like I told y'all before, this was me packaging up salads for a facility that house individuals with that like have drug addictions. And so that's what I was packaging up these salads for. And they really did love them. They really did. And from time to time, like, I'll do various things, for these individuals. And I won't lie to y'all, like, I found out from a person that works there, and she told me, she's like, a lot of times, because these individuals are, suffering with this addiction, a lot of times they don't eat. But I prepare foods like this regardless, because you never know, maybe they'll, even though they have their addictions, maybe one day they will be hungry and they would like something nutritious. I like to treat people how I would like to be treated, regardless of what issue they have. If they have a drug addiction or whatever, I still say to myself, if I had them type of issues, I would, still want somebody to treat me like I was somebody. So I make these individuals fresh salads just like anybody else. Because again, you never know, if one day they're not, on their stuff. Maybe one day they want a salad like this. I don't even look at their addiction, guys. I really don't. I just look at, these are people that want to eat. And I pray that when I supply these meals, that it is good for their body. But anyway, guys, I'm at the end of the video. I've packaged up all of the dressings. Y'all leave in the comments below what y'all think about this video. Y'all let me know if y'all want to see more videos like this. Or if you don't like stuff like this, let me know. That's what YouTube is all about. It's about, you guys watching the videos and letting the content creator know if you like the videos or not. Me personally, as I said before, I love creating videos like this, whether it's food videos or whether it's videos of my children. You know, I have many different types of content. I don't just put it as one content, guys. It's a lot of things. So yeah, if y'all enjoy this video, let me know in the comments below. Bye, guys.